Yeah, well, you know how I feel about the retreat. I wanted it months ago, but until we can get it on the books, I think one thing we could do is follow board policies and follow the rules that we've established and put on the board calendar when you're speaking for the board at an event, and maybe not speak for the board at an event if you haven't received approval to speak. So I feel like in between every board meeting, we have violations that are happening. And I think that takes us backwards from being able to create trust with the community. And so until we can have a board retreat where we all sit down and we talk about norms, can we agree to follow board policies and take politics out of the decisions that board members are making? Because I think that's one thing that can help calm the community until we're all able to get together for a retreat.
Yeah, just to be clear, are you referring to recent press releases? Are you just talking about board members going out and exercising their First Amendment rights? Or are you talking about specifically talking about board decisions and policies?
I feel like I'm talking about a lot of things. So there was a luncheon that I believe you spoke at, right?
And if we can,
Okay.
if I can, we're now talking the future entry plan, and we're getting way off topic.
Sure.
So I
You
would like
asked,
you
so
to.
I was just answering.
Right. I would like you to address that in a separate meeting. But any other questions for the superintendent on the entry plan or her priorities?
With our community, with us being successful for any kind of future election, we need to be building trust and operating as we've told the public we would operate through our board policies. So I would ask you to please bring forward any violations in board policies that you see, because that's part of our policy as well. And I think the more that we can stick to what we have told the public we would operate like as a board, I think we would be helping you build trust, and we would be making our community much stronger in that process.
And Director Ray.
Given the chaotic environment over the past several months, and honestly, that's why I keep bringing this up, because I think it's up to us as a board to figure out how we are going to bring the community together. And I think having some common norms around how we operate is going to be really, really important. And I know and I appreciate the desire to get the retreat on the books, but I don't think we have to wait for the retreat. I think we can start working now to make sure that we really are following all of our board policies, which is why I bring it up. And, you know, I agree, as board directors, we have First Amendment rights and we have board policies. And our board policies are very clear that we're not allowed to speak for the board. We are allowed to give individual opinions, and they must be qualified as such. And so I think we as a board really need to be thinking about how are we going to move forward? How are we going to not be partisan, because that drives further wedges into our community. And so I bring that up for us to think about or talk about.